What is up, guys? It is the Sound Alchemist, and today I'm back to bring you those 40 facts you all know and love. Today we are continuing our lore on the Warhammer 40,000 video games, and today is Dawn of War 3's very own Farseer Macha. Now, Macha is a Bael'tan craft world Farseer who is at the thorn of the orcs and the space marines in this world. So I'm going to give a bit of information on her, and then we'll go into her weapons and war gear, but at the same time I kind of don't want to give away too much, just in case if you guys haven't played the game and you want to get into it and whatnot. I don't want to ruin the whole storyline for you. So again, guys, let me know what other characters you want me to cover in other Warhammer 40k games. Don't forget there is a game on Tau called Tau Fire Warrior. I did play this, although it was a long time ago, and that'd be a pretty interesting lore to talk about. But anyway, it could be anything. It could be from Space Marine, since we did talk about Nemeroth yesterday. So leave your comments down below. But anyway, guys, let's continue on to this lore on Farseer Macha. When Imperial excavation teams on the Imperial civilized world of Tartarus uncovered a chaos marker that led to an ancient artifact called the Maledictum, Macha mobilized a small Eldar force to ensure that this ancient artifact that was left buried on this world would be continued to be undisturbed. So the Maledictum is a prison built by the Eldar millennia before to contain a powerful greater demon who had been rampaging through this sector of space. Unfortunately, the Alpha Legion Chaos Sorcerer, Sindri Mir, was also keen to acquire the power of the Maledictum to ensure his own ascension to Demon Prince. And so, he set in motion a scheme that would uncover the artifact and unlock this power all to himself. The forces of Chaos were now well aware of the existence of this Chaos marker and the artifact itself. So a warband of Chaos Space Marines, drawn from the Alpha Legion, were being led by the Chaos Lord Bael, and they made planetfall upon Tartarus. The world's defenders sent an apocalyptic distress call to the Imperium after Tartarus had been assaulted by a massive orc wall. This wall was being led by the war boss, Orcamungus, which was also enticed to invade the world by Sindri Mir to serve as a cover for the Alpha Legion's pursuit of the Maledictum. The forces of the Imperial Guard soon responded to the Greenskin assault, but the conflict with the Orcs kept the Imperial forces engaged, while Bael and his Chaos Marines worked unseen to recover their prize. Farseer Macha knew that the Orcs' wall was tied in some manner to the presence of the ancient artifact, and she was adamant that the forces of Chaos would not be allowed to obtain the Maledictum. However, Inquisitor Mordecai Toth of the Ordeal Malice had also been searching for quite some time for this dark artifact. Farseer Macha, which was always contemptuous like most Eldar is of the willpower of humans in the face of temptations, believed that the Imperium, even its Inquisition, could not be trusted with the handling of the Maledictum. As such, she deployed a force of warriors from the Bael'tan to Tartarus in order to reclaim the Maledictum and keep it out of the easily corrupted hands of mankind. 4 armies came together on the planet of Tartarus: the invading orcs, the defending Imperial Guard, their Space Marine allies, and the insidious Chaos Space Marines. Using her potent psychic divination abilities, Farseer Macha tried to formulate a battle plan that would keep the Maledictum safe from all these prying hands. Captain Gabriel Angelos and his 3rd company of Blood Ravens were assigned to assist the Imperial Guard in pushing back the orc hordes. However, he did learn of the existence of this Maledictum in the course of their campaign. The Blood Ravens wanted to find and destroy this in order to keep it out of the hands of the forces of Chaos, which they had learned were also operating on this planet. In a desperate attempt to guard the key, Farseer Macha called upon the Eldar war god, Kayla Menshikane, and one of her Eldar exarchs, which made the ultimate sacrifice to become the Avatar. Unfortunately, it had been Sindri Mir's plan all along for the Eldar and the Blood Ravens to meet in combat. While the Eldar and the Space Marines were distracted fighting each other, Sindri stole the key. And to make matters even worse, the Avatar of Cain was eventually slain by the Space Marines, leaving the remaining Eldar forces on Tartarus after the battle greatly weakened. Like a skilled puppeteer, Sindri masterfully controlled the tides of battle. The Chaos Sorcerer even orchestrated the demise of Lord Baal, so that he could command these Chaos warbands of his own, and he ultimately acquired the Maledictum, all thanks to corruption by the Blood Raven's librarian, Isidore Akios. Farseer Macha soon realized that her destiny was tied with that of Gabriel Angelos, and it was folly to try and deny it. She was forced to use her remaining Baal-Tan forces to support Angelos and his Blood Ravens as they assaulted Sindri and his forces of the Alpha Legion in a final attempt to take back the Maledictum. The Maledictum granted Sindri the rank, powers, and form of a demon prince. With the support of Macha's Eldar, his fellow Blood Ravens, and the demon hammer Godsplitter gifted to him by the Inquisitor Toth, Gabriel was ultimately able to destroy the ascended Sindri in combat. But Macha's hopes and renewed faith in mankind were dashed when, urged on by Toth, Angelos ignored her warnings and he destroyed the Maledictum with his weapon, Godsplitter. This accidentally set the greater demon of Khorne, imprisoned within it, free. Farseer Macha told Angelos that this action had damned them all, but before departing from Tartarus with her small Eldar force, a warp storm moved to engulf the ravaged world. And that is where I will leave off the story on Macha and the events that transpired on Tartarus. For now, let's move over to her weapons and war gear. So let's start with her rune armor. Eldar Psykers tend to fashion themselves with elegant armor decorated with Wraithbone runes. Said to pulse in time with the wearer's heartbeat, rune armor often protects against both spiritual and physical attacks. She also has a ghost helm, and ghost helms tend to conceal their presence of the wearer whenever they're in the warp. She also utilizes a Shuriken Pistol. Now, Shuriken Pistols fire projectiles that are razor-sharp monomolecular edged discs of plastic crystal, and they're usually star-shaped, triangular, or circular. A shuriken disc can slice straight through flesh and bone, and can even penetrate a considerable amount of thickness of metal or armor. A single solid core of plastic crystal material is used as ammunition, and as the weapon is fired, high-energy impulses from the back of the weapon form the individual shuriken missiles by splitting the ammunition core. This weapon produces a very high rate of fire, allowing it to fire up to 100 rounds in a single second or two. When it comes to close combat, she tends to use a dire sword, which is a one-handed, single-edged power sword that is crafted with a potent Eldar spirit placed into the spirit stone of the blade. Any target wounded by a dire sword can be killed outright by the spirit residing within. However, sometimes she is seen wielding witch blades and even singing spears in combat. And with that, guys, we will end the lore on the Farseer Macha of the Dawn of War series. What did you guys think about this awesome Eldar champion? Well, is she really a champion? I guess so. She's a champion in my heart. But anyway, guys, don't forget to leave your comments down below as to what other topics you want us to cover. Again, I've been kind of focusing on the video game aspect. We did Nemeroth from Warhammer 40k Space Marine, and today we did Macha from the Dawn of War series. Let me know what other character you want us to cover, and I'll probably get to him later on this week. If not, I'll at least keep the tally on there and come back to it later. Don't forget, guys, there are giveaways going on, so check out our Facebook page as well as the YouTube channel, because there are some serious awesomeness that you guys can win. So a huge thank you first and foremost for getting us to over 90,000 subscribers. Like I've said before, 100k is right around the corner and awesomeness is coming, so just stay tuned, and also check out our Facebook page because there's a giveaway on there as well. I believe we've hit 3,000 likes on the giveaway page for Facebook, so that's why it's going on. Huge thank you to you guys, and as always, this is the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I am signing out.